many buttons on this app. Okay. So I'm going to try and pop open a list of stuff that's moving today, see if we can find just basically looking at volume leaders, and we're going to see if we can find some swing trade setups for the rest of the week and maybe into next week. 1 second to pop my screen open here. And it's just as simple as looking at, let's see here, there is a most active list on the Webull app. And we kind of spin through there. Mainly I'm looking for stuff that's, in a price range where it can meet the demands of being a large cap, for one. And for two, let's see if we can find some method to the madness, so to speak. So let me get into this a little bit. How about AMD's a volume leader today? Thank you. All right, so sorry, I got children handing me things. AMD. Pretty flat so far on a 1 minute chart. Let's have a look a little bit more into this. Daily chart, we're kind of at a top of a range, not likely to break out from here. We're likely to retrace back to about a 50% of this rising channel here, which would be about $87. Can we put that on the watch list for a bullish trade? Probably not yet. I want to see it pull back first. So we'll skip that one. SPY is kind of interesting. We can get into daily chart on that. Turn the noise off. Looking at potentially a bearish trade. And just like AMD, you're kind of looking at a potential 50% channel retrace back down here to about 391, 392. That we could certainly look at spreads for and see about going into maybe a monthly with a price target right down here, 392. We could probably swing that with $5 wide right around the 380, 385 level and take a good percentage swing on that. Let me see if I can get that working. So with SPY, we don't have to go as far out because the theta in those things are just going to crush anyway. So let's have a look at, how about August 19th? Let's see here, about a 385, 390. I don't think we even have to go that low. We could go with a 390, 395. Quarter is going to be about a $50 risk. Pretty close to our 4-to-1 or 8-to-1 appetite. Let's see if we go a little bit lower than that. How about a 394, 389? That looks a lot better. So it'd be selling the 389, buying the 394. And that would be about a 46-cent risk. Probably get that to fill for 46 cents. So let's say SPY is a bearish trade. Target down to about 392. Okay, let's see here. SPY bearish 392. Gonna have to show that on the daily chart. There we go. Jeez. All right, so there's one. Let's see if we can find another one real quick here. In fact, if we do get a creep back up to that, probably rejection of about 415, maybe a little lower, might be more like 412, 413. We can probably get that spread right up to that. Instead of doing the 389, 394, we could probably do the 390, 395 a little more efficiently at that point. So we'd probably look for about a 50-cent entry on a 394 or 395, 390 spread instead of the other way around. Let's see here, August 19. So we'd be buying the 390 and selling the, buying the 395 and selling the 390. Much more efficient. We could probably nail that at about 48 cents right now. Might even get that at 40 cents. Cool. All right, next one. Let's see if we can find another mover and shaker. AMC, I don't even want to mess with, although that is bearish as hell. Back down to, probably about 16.50, 17 bucks. Let's have a look-see, shall we? Oh man, look at that. So many people just chasing that. Makes me sick to think of how many retail traders get eaten up in this situation. Bad news, man. Yeah, I'm staying away from that. Let's see what else is moving today. How about Nvidia? There's a good one. Crack that open on a daily chart. So, kind of playing it out here. So we got a little bit more of a move. I'm going to watch for support probably about 162. I think I'll wait that out. I have UNG on the grid because I've been keeping a close eye on natural gas, and I really think that could give us another bullish swing. However, it's starting to look like a very ominous double top here on the daily chart, but I think we got a couple more pops back up in that range before it breaks down. Swing trade wise, it'd be a bit risky to go long on it right now, but I do have a spread open anyway. But I can reduce my target to about 30.50 instead of 32. Wait and see what we get on that one. We could get a couple of, oh, hey, there's a channel retracement set up right there. Retracement to about 28 bucks. That could give us a couple days in a row. Got to hold support here, though. We got to hold 26.50 for sure. And put that on the if list. Let's see here, PLTR. No, that's a penny stock. I'm mainly just looking down the list of volume movers for the day, and Apple's kind of shredding off here, but I think it's going to pull back. Let's see, we've got Carnival Cruise Lines. Let's look at that. Kind of setting up like it might just give us a breakout pattern. Actually, I'm going to put that down here so I can have the scale on it. It's getting towards the end of the season, but they haven't really slowed down all that much this summer. It's got potential for a swing. Got kind of a rounding bottom here. If it doesn't break off into a bear flag and run lower, see what the weekly looks like. That's a bit suspect. We can see a quick push to like 13 bucks, but I'm not so confident in that. I think that might break over. Let's see what else is moving. Let's see, we got Neo. Not quite a valid head and shoulders, but a potential one. Let's see what the weekly looks like. Oh, we can actually get somewhere with that one. So if we look left, we can see that the previous trend was bearish, or was bullish, but we're hitting all these control levels in this shakeup here. So I always look to a weekly chart to verify that. Potential for a reversal. It did hit a bottom here in about 1425-ish. Control zone. We're back into the top of this candle right here at about 1870. Currently 1907 right now. we can get range to about 25 bucks and beyond, we can get within this control candle and run that up to an extension target of almost 30 bucks. I'm going to draw on that one. It's got that feeling of a wolf wave here, but shake that out on a 2-hour chart. If it can hold support at about 1850, I like it. That's a big tip over on a 2-hour chart, though. And we'll keep that one on a watch list, but it's not something I can see an immediate swing trade on. Maybe we get a little decent overnight hold on it, but it's not as bullish as I would like. Might actually be able to get a day trade out of it. Right back to the median, right about 1940. Not too confident in a swing trade for that, though. There was another one here. BRKB. That might give us that extension right up to about 306.50. Then again, that's still in that descending megaphone pattern. There's a name for this trend line I'm about to draw. I don't remember it. But it gives us a valid retracement target. And about 304.50 to 305 on extension. Not too confident in that. I know there's a lot better out there. Yeesh, I was looking at Intel Corp, but that's bearish. I don't know how much longer it'll be bearish, so let's see here. Shopify's got potential. Let's see. Ooh, nice roundy. That can close the week above that 20 period. I like it. It's got a target right up here at about 58.90. Just this control bar here. Got to get out of this range, though. Man, that's a huge target, too. They recently went into that forward split, if I'm not mistaken, because I know this was trading a lot higher than this. And there's the split right there. Used to be when you highlight it, you could see it there. It is split 10 for 1. Dude, I'm bullish on that one. See if we can find some swing targets within that noise. That's what I was afraid of. Whenever we do a split, the shorter term charts just don't make as much sense for some reason with Webull. I don't know how it is with TOS, but ouch. So if we can hold support right around 36 bucks, we could get bullish on that one. Let's get a screenshot of that quick. See if I can put that in the alert channel real quick here. Stock options. There we go. First target would probably be about 40. $42.50 for second target and extension to. I don't know if I want to go that lofty though. Let's see here. Probably right at $49. Second target $42.50 with an extension to 49. That makes sense. Almost seems appropriate there, eh? All right, let's see what else we got. Nope, not looking at NVAX. Oh, I missed one. Check this out. This is a good example to look at though. Unity, daily chart, gap down, dead cat bounce, accumulation, swing low, swing high. Kind of neat here because we do still have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Potential to run this trend back up to control zones and probably get to about 68 bucks. But it definitely broke out above that high on this accumulation here. And that gap was just perfect. I mean, that would have been some great swing trading in this mess. Too late really to trust an entry here because we're way overextended. But if we get a pullback and we get continuation in that trend for a reversal, weekly chart has a trend that can grind all the way up to 90 bucks. I'll keep that one on the radar. It's definitely got a nice ability to trend. Decent volatility in it. I want to wait for the next pullback, and I would love to see it find support right around 46, 47 bucks, right at the top of that range. and give us an opportunity to go bullish on if we see some accumulation and a continuation pattern like a wedge or something. Hell, this was a wedge right here. Beautiful. Good example. A little late to the draw on that one, but we'll keep looking. That's the kind of thing we like to see. Let's see, Snapchat. No, that's ugh. Micron. Hey, let's have a look at MU. I'll keep doing this for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to get back into maybe doing another afternoon session in futures, but that's about to turn into some chop, I think. We were expecting some range expansion in futures, and heck, if you look at SPY, we'll give a 15-minute chart to kind of give an example here. Maybe 5-minute chart. There we go. So we were expecting maybe for range expansion to continue to grow throughout the day. Then it didn't quite range the bottom. And now look, we're getting a little bit of a diamond bottom here. So chances are it'll come right back to the medium about 411, 412, which futures would correspond with this, and effectively compress range from here, and then probably give us a quick pop into the close, either bullish or bearish pop. So we can accumulate a nice end of day trade. I'm going to wait till this decides a little bit beyond that bar 41 where that midday bar is. I'm going to wait and see what the next few candles show me in this situation before we get into that. So I got some time to run some swing trade setups. And I do have a trade on in the futures anyway. So right now I have a position. I bought that bottom and I'm rolling this up. I bought it back here. So it's been playing with my emotions a little bit, but I've been looking away and just riding the trade from pivot to pivot like I should be. So I got a sell order sitting right there, and it's just a few ticks away from hitting that. So let that roll. All right. Anyway, meantime, let's have a look at MU. Oh, that's brutal. It's got some bearish momentum to go and run a little bit lower from here. I think we could probably see 52 on that one. I can definitely set up a bearish swing trade, but it's not going to be a fast one. If you guys sat with me through that whole point in time when I was trading bearish on like Zillow and Peloton and stuff like that, that's the kind of trading we can do. We can scalp the action in the intraday and reinsert bearish trades until they don't work anymore. Make a lot of money doing that. The trend's already established. It's definitely ready to run right down to that support level, but that's going to take some time. I don't know if I have the resources to sit with that every day now, unless I keep it on my grid when I'm doing live streaming in the stocks and options room here. But essentially, you can get in a trend like this and be late on the entry, like you missed the gap downs and all that stuff. Flash over to your weekly chart, man. Have a look. Because I mean, this patterns just keep rolling right up that 20 period, rejecting and bouncing down. That's bearish until it isn't. We're at the weekly 200 period kind of right here, but we've got control zones that we can go right back to visiting. And this bar here, 11/6 of 2020, just about to cross into the range of the control candle or the hammer candle next to that. So if we close this bar right through the 20 period, or right through the 8 period here this week, that trend can certainly resume to the bottom there, down to 52, and maybe as low as 49.75, $50, somewhere in that neighborhood, right in the bottom of this control zone. So you can definitely take a bearish trade on that if you wanted. But I mean, that's a bit late in the trend, but you can maybe do it. It's not one I'm going to put in the watch list today, though. I'm just kind of running down a list of high volume movers and seeing what I see. Oh, damn. Warner Brothers is getting destroyed. Hasn't been trading for very long. Its IPO day was, April 4th? Yow. That's about to break critical support today. We could go bearish on that. Hey, it is optionable. I'll keep that on the radar, but I'm not going to suggest that yet. That's a bit volatile for my taste for swing trading. This is more of a let's scalp the day trades, but I'm definitely going to keep that on my list because I'm going to watch that sucker. Get my pen and write a note on that one. That'll be on my grid tomorrow. We'll check it out. I'll do a couple more and then we'll kick it. AT&T might actually get a quick leg up. Nice little rounding bottom here. Getting into control range. Cool. This could actually run today. So we break 1820 resistance, we get inside of yesterday's control bar. Can run to about 1840. Man, killer 20-cent scalp. I'd trade that like a penny stock, but it's good practice. Nice little bull flag. It's getting there. Yeah, watch for a break. If that breaks 1820, I think you got a pretty good little day trade scalp setting up right there. 1820 could close the day at about 1840. Just be mindful that there's also resistance about 1825. There's a 50% retracement in there somewhere. There it is, control zone, 1826. You can day trade at the money options on this thing, similar to what you'd do with Ford. In fact, let's see if we can find Ford here. Oh gosh, Ford's on support. Yeah. Watch for a 50% channel retracement. Ford loves doing these. That could give us a quick day trade on the close here. If things remain bullish for a bounce of range, and we're looking at SPY kind of sitting in that diamond there. I'm going to take my profit on that ES trade, by the way, right there. It missed my order, so I'm just going to close it. All right. This descending channel on Ford could give us a day trade. I like that. Essentially, just watch for a breakout above this angular resistance and look at a target of about 1550. Quick 25% move on that thing at the money options, couple days to expiration, gives you a nice percentage swing. In fact, let me see what's the high low. Probably just go with Friday expiration, heck, a 1550 call, 14 cents. Its high today was 40 cents, low today was 12 cents. No brainer. Watch for that break. Quick day trade scalp setup right there. Very nice. It can fail, but definitely keep this if you want to look at. Let me just put it in the chat then. Cool. All right. Next victim. I'll probably make this about my last one. Some of the banks are actually looking good. Check out BAC. Looking like we can set up a retrace if we break channel on Bank of America here. Probably target about 35 bucks. We already broke channel, so be like a get in on the momentum and try to ride it up type of thing. Bullish convergence. We need a bullish divergence to take over on a daily chart. Kind of trying to on the 2-hour chart. Yeah, target about 35 bucks. Let's see, we got a target about, looking at this control bar on the 1-minute chart here. Zoom in on it. I'm going to break this resistance here at about 34.40. Set up a swing trade to about, well, 36 bucks realistically, maybe an extension to 37. Verify the weekly chart here to make sure we're not getting in a trap. Above resistance. Yeah, this could be a decent bullish swing trade. Throw a couple of pivot points on that and just trade the pivots. Gotta zoom in sometimes to get that price about right. And possible extension to 50% retracement, which would be way out of whack, about 37.40, 37.45. I think that makes a good screenshot. Watch for resistance break at $34 and a swing trade target 1, 34.75, target 2, 35.50, target extension 37.40. Cool. All right, that'll about conclude a watch list for today. I'll try and do these once or twice a week if I can. If I get some time on Thursday, I'll make this happen again. I'm liking Thursdays for doing a later in the day stream for futures if I can, or even maybe reserving it for that. We'll have to see how it goes. But essentially, anything that moves, if I see, and it's kind of like Seg said in the futures chat earlier, is like if he doesn't see a setup he likes, he just switches products. That makes sense. And if you don't see a setup that you like, don't trade it. Don't sit there, getting beat up in the chop and, trying to make a trade out of the day when all you got to do is look somewhere else. That's all there is to it. You can go and trade between the pivots and be a little more smooth. That's fine. You can certainly find them. If they set up right, you can definitely trade them. But in the meantime, if you're not seeing any setup you like SPY does, I mean, that's just looking like choppy garbage to most people. But I've been able to trade between the pivots now. Instead of chasing around the chop in the morning, I switched to just trading between the pivots and made a couple of very successful trades out of that. Just more or less swing trading as far as trading futures goes. But essentially, it's going to come down to whether you see a decent setup or not, or whether you recognize pivots or not. And that's essentially what we're doing here. We got this descending channel. It's broken out of the descending channel. Could have traded it on the break, sure, but we're accumulating outside the channel. And if we remain bullish, when we hold that support level, we can run up through these pivots. If not, rejection can happen at 34, certainly, and it can run down. All right, that's the last one. I'll go ahead and put that in the alerts and call it a day. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining me.